Well, how did you come to Jewell? What led you to come here, and what was the recruiting process like?
Well, my dad has been a baseball coach for many years, high school and the college level. He was helping out with Coach Stockton back when I was in high school, so I'd come up, ride my bike to practice before I could drive every day, hang out with the guys, take batting practice, field ground balls, do whatever I could just learn from those guys and Coach Stockton. And so I was like, man, and I was thinking all the time, like, man, this is somewhere I really want to be. These guys work hard. They're a great group of friends first and foremost, and they have a good time of doing what they love. And so I didn't really look anywhere else. To be honest, I had some possibilities to go to a couple of junior colleges here in town, but I just knew Jewell was the place I wanted to be. My parents went to Jewell. They back in the 80s. That's where they met and ended up getting married after that. So, and a lot of people I know here in town, since I'm from Liberty, a lot of people here in town have went to Jewell, and all you hear is great things about Jewell. So I'm like, man, this sounds like a good place for me to be. And so I contacted Coach Stockton, when I was in high school. I was like, Coach, I have been interested in playing for you. And I was like, I want to make this happen. What can we do? So I came out to a recruit day in the spring of my senior year. A bunch of other kids there. Seniors from all over. We went through some drills. Coach evaluated us, and even then I was like, Coach, I want to play for you. This is where I want to be, and we made it happen. And Coach wasn't so set on me coming here. He thought I could do better somewhere else, and I think he would say, and I don't know. I'd say that I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So from day one, you were a Cardinal even
day
growing
one,
up?
Before I even signed on the dotted line, I was a Cardinal. But
where did your dad coach?
Oh, let's see. My dad, he's coached he's coached at Jewell with Coach Fluke right after he finished his playing career here. And then we moved 8 different times just from him coaching all different places. A couple high schools in Arizona, community college in Colorado. Then we moved back out here when we started the baseball program at Park University. And then after he was down there, he helped out with Coach Stockton for a couple of years.
How about the rest of your family? I mean, being here in Liberty, you have a lot of relation around the area?
Actually, we're the only Backhaus family here in Missouri or anywhere near us. Everybody else is all really spread out. But I have 3 other sisters, 1 older, 2 younger. Oldest one just finished college. She's working here in town. And the other 2, a junior and a sophomore, Northwest and then Truman. So none of them play sports. They used to do cheerleading in high school, but that's it with them.
Well, other athletes that have come to Jewell from Liberty say it's kind of a mixed blessing in some ways to be in your hometown and yet to go to college in your hometown. But how have you found it? How's it been for you?
You know what? Everybody was like, for college, like, oh, I want to get away. I don't want to be in the same town. But I mean, I'm in the same area of Liberty all the time unless I go get something to eat on the other side of town. I don't ever see any other part of town except for being here on campus because we're here for baseball and school all the time. It's not bad. I don't really see my parents that much, to be honest. I don't take my laundry home and go do that. I like to do something like that on my own. But most of the time I only see them on about once a week maybe, or out when they're out at our games watching. So it's not a bad thing being in the same town. It's more you have a more comfort level, a bigger comfort level. Being around, knowing people around town, and so they're kind of keeping tabs on you in the same. So,
well, let's talk about baseball in school. You said it takes up all your time, which I certainly believe that. But how about baseball? How's it been for you?
It's been great. I mean, I've made my best friends from the past 3 years of playing baseball here. I'm still in contact with a lot of guys that were here when I was a freshman, and we're a close-knit group of guys that we love working hard, and we love doing things together and striving towards our ultimate goals. And I imagine that every guy said they wouldn't trade this opportunity we've had for the world, because where else do you get the opportunity to be with 40 of your other best friends, and you get to go travel in buses, stay in hotels, and play baseball, a game that you love, all the time. So it's awesome. It really is.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Being here full time this year for the first time for me, I've gotten to see a little bit about what you guys do and getting ready for the season more on a day-to-day basis, and it's pretty incredible. Can you maybe give an example of some of the things you guys do? It's not just showing up for first day of practice in the spring and then playing games. You guys, it's a year-round deal.
Yeah, I mean, in the fall, that's really what we learn. Where we learn about what William Jewell baseball is. We have all these systems in place that will cater towards our success. And, we start from day one out at the field learning about, okay, here's how we get this done, so that way in a game situation, then that's taken care of. We don't have to worry about that. So we learn all of our systems and what it means to be a William Jewell baseball player from day one. And so we're out there in the fall every day practicing, and then we have our games on Saturdays. And then after our Inter-Squad World Series in the fall, which is one of the funnest times of the year for us, then we do our winter conditioning. That's when we get after in the weight room, become as strong as we possibly can, doing winter conditioning in the morning, just building toughness, and it's just adding to your mental side, your mental toughness side. And then we kind of have a downtime when we go home for spring break, or for Christmas break, sorry. And that really is an opportunity for you to get better on your own, because no one else is watching you, and coach isn't there to say, hey, you need to take this many swings, you need to run this much, lift this much. That's all on your own, and that's really a crucial time for us and for our team, for guys to keep getting better, because when we come back from Christmas break, there's about a 3-week period until our first game. So it's really crucial for us to get ready to go over that time.
Alex, going back to those systems you were talking about, I've always said you can't be a dumb guy and be an athlete at this level. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like those systems are pretty intense.
Yeah, we have so many systems in place. I could go on, and coach expects each player, no matter what position, to know the other position systems. So like we have the outfield rules. The pitcher should know what the outfield rules are. We have pick plays to second base. Everybody should know the pick plays to second base, and how we do base running, how we hit with 2 strikes, where we're backing up. I could go on and on and on. Yeah. And it's expected of each person to know those, because you never know when you got to step in and make a play and make something happen for our team.
How about school? What are you majoring in? What do you want to do after school?
I'm a physical education major. I just recently student taught last semester, and that was a great experience for me. I want to eventually I want to coach baseball someday, follow my dad's footsteps. I would like to, after I'm done here, get a graduate assistant position and get my master's degree. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that yet, but I would like to find somewhere and get my feet wet coaching, and kind of build on a career on that. So, if that doesn't work out, stay involved with baseball in some way or another.
Yeah. This year with the GLVC, the newness of the GLVC, you won't be able to qualify for postseason, but are there any other goals that the team has set, in going into this season?
We kept the same goals as we do every year. We didn't want to change them because, then if we change it for this year, then we have to change it back to what it was next year again. So, we still have the same ultimate goals, and that's, working hard as a team, outworking everybody else, and because when we do that, we are going to achieve our goals. But this year, we want to move up the list in the conference standings, and we want to, since we can't make the postseason, we want to have someone say, oh, well, we get to go in to the conference tournament because Jewell can't go in. So we were ahead of them on the list, but since we can't go, then, they get to go instead.
I talked to you earlier about being a leader of this team and a knowledge leader. Mike Stockton himself says so. What does that mean to you to be a leader among your peers, basically?
Mm-hmm. I feel like the leadership role is greatly overlooked in the way of leading by example. Coach is huge on guys leading by example, doing things the right way, working hard each and every day, not taking a day off, not taking a practice off, whatever it may be. It's a lot of guys can be that lead by example guy, but there also has to be a vocal leader. You have to say the right thing at the right time in teams. You can't be afraid of getting on to somebody, you know, for them not doing the right thing, for their lack of hustle or whatever it may be. You have to be comfortable with dealing with confrontation all the time, because, you know, if you have to get on with somebody, that's a confrontation between you and that person, and you have to be able to step up and be a man and go talk to this guy, whether if that's yelling at him or pulling him aside and be like, hey, come on now, you know, we need to get this straightened up, you know, because this is, you're not working with our systems or whatever it may be. So, you know, I've had a great opportunity to, you know, learn from a great group of leaders that have gone through this program, and, you know, just I'm thankful for what they've done and taught me, so that way, you know, I can step in and fulfill that role of, you know, a leader of this team.
You're already coaching a little bit, aren't you?
I just regurgitating a lot of what I've learned. So
good. Anything else we need to know about you, or anything that we didn't get in the interview here?
Oh, I don't know. Just pretty normal guy. I don't really.